Grand rising, Elizabeths, and guests to come in. It is Wednesday, October the 25th. Time is just a ticking and ticking and ticking. It keeps on going.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just want to mention that we have lost a dear friend of ours, Shashada, and we acknowledge her being an ancestor now and being able to really spread those wings.
Mm-hmm.
And um, yeah, loved her a lot. A wealth of knowledge there, wealth of knowledge of all things spiritual and ritual and you know,
Mm-hmm.
so she will be missed. But
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't cried. I think it's because I feel like she's okay because I mean I think the closer I get, because more years behind and in front, death affects me. I may shed a tear in soon, but it's not like, it's like, okay, she's moved on to the next classroom, you know, all right, and I'll see her over there and,
Mm-hmm.
learn some more stuff. It's just, you know, yeah, that's the way I feel of that. Mm.
It hits different now. I remember when I was little, to hear the word would just freak me out. But now it's like, peace, peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, most definitely. Well, we're going to start out with the mythical goddess tarot. Let's get us started out right, and let's ask the newly transitioned spirit of Shishada to come in and, you know, let's see what message you got for us from the
All
end right
right.
now.
All right. All right. I like that. We trust Shashika in her human in her human being, so we definitely trust her in all spirit. Talk to us,
Yes,
Shashika,
yes,
today.
yes. These cards are so stiff. Take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Number two. Hmm. And one more. Ah. Oh, and we have fire, mother regeneration.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all see that? Let me see. I'll put it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Here she go. Ooh, mother of fire, regeneration, Sagittarius. The mother of fire is the Kundalini goddess of power, the embodiment of regeneration by fire. She brings the rising Kundalini force that lights up the cells and transmutes the DNA into purified wholeness. Her flames of renewal brings healing and new form on earth. She comes to you at this time in your life when regeneration is needed on your sacred path to wholeness. Open to her restorative fire of primal creation and witness the renewal of your entire being. She will regenerate your vitality and revive your will, returning you to completeness and power. Wow. Wow. Woo. It's good to know that with every breath we take, we can renew our purpose, we can renew our passion, we can start again. You know, just trusting in a higher power. Yeah. Hi, Ebony. Putting on your lip gloss. Is it your lip gloss
Grand
or your
Rising, lady. Yeah, lip gloss, Grand Rising. I love that reading.
Grand
That was
Rising.
a very powerful fool right there.
Yeah.
She's so pretty. Show her again. Oh yeah, she's real pretty.
See that fire though coming out
Yeah,
her head. She ain't playing.
yeah. And it looked like she's sucking it up from the bottom.
Yeah. And it's coming out the top like
Yep, and it's coming out the top.
You know, Mama Shashada gave me these cards.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Yep. She had a deck and she was over my house. I said, "Oh, where'd you get those?" And she said, "You like this?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I'm gonna get you a deck." And she did. She was very generous like that, you know.
The show up is real, okay?
Grand
The show
Rising, Mama Head.
already Grand Rising, already on duty doing work again. She is. She will forever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
So
regeneration.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that part too.
Or regeneration, and the thing about it is it don't feel good. Fire don't feel good when it's on you. But
Right.
you come out pure as gold, you know, you
Yes.
really come out changed. Your mind is like, okay, that way of thinking has not been working, you know.
Right.
So and yeah, you still just step into the fire and get it done.
yeah.
I want to go
Sister
after Sister
Dietrich?
Dietrich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a friend, a father-like friend of mine that I've known for about 20 plus years. He would always say, he called me Birdie. That was his nickname for me. He calls me Birdie. He said, Birdie, it would always be open to remaking yourself. Say, you're gonna be different, and it's okay. Just be open to being something different. You might be something new. So that reminds me of that, him telling me that.
When I heard it, it made me think of one of my favorite stories in the Bible about I don't never know how to say their name. Meshach, Eshach, and Abednego.
In the big
Something about a goat. But how they were in the furnace and the fire. And they weren't alone. So that's when I think of fire and I think of rejuvenation. I always that story immediately popped in my mind because that's power. I always if I have any like low points or shifts or uncomfortable feelings in my shifts or in my changes in life, I always think of that story because I'm like, oh, you never alone. You never alone, and you in that furnace for a reason to show up and show out.
Right.
And it's
Mhm.
the through process that I think of too. It's like you just going through something, and that fire is not gonna touch you because you got somebody with you.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the Phoenix.
And the Phoenix, yep.
Yeah, yeah. And anything that's burnt is because it wasn't supposed to. That was supposed to go up in fire.
Right.
Because you're under in the fire, it doesn't mean, I mean, God's got us even in the fire, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't mean that things that need to be burnt up is not being taken care of, so that when you walk out of that, where the prison where they were,
Yep.
nothing. Yeah.
Mhm.
But if it's like, if you're going through stuff, then it's going to get that. If you're not, and you're just under the fire,
Right.
just celebrate, because it's going through. You're going
Right.
through. Yeah, you're going through. Who was I talking to? And they were saying that it's almost over or something. Oh, my son. And then he was just saying, I said, yeah, you're on the coming out side of it.
Right. Right.
You can see the light. At least you're not,
Yeah.
way down in the valley where you can't
Yeah.
see anything, but you can now see.
And I think you said that to Sister Jacqueline too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, the fire.
You know that the Pointer Sisters had a song, and we did that in air band when I was little. Fire. Bonnie Pointer.
Grand Rising, Danielle. We've been
Grand Rising, Sharonda and Danielle.
Oh, Sharonda, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about Shashada and fire. And she was both those. She was definitely a woman of fire in the spirit world.
Yeah, can y'all tell me about her? I don't think I met her. I think I came after her.
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago when I met her.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You know what? Let's put it like this. So Shada came into my life the same time. Seemed like almost everybody stepped in almost at the same time. It was you, it was Fame, it was Mama Evelyn and Sunzi.
Sherry.
It was Sherry and
Yeah.
what is it?
Cam and
Mama Het. Mama Het. It was like everything changed. It seemed like all at the same time. And so when I found out yesterday at work, it hit, because I did 24 hours. So my emotions have been up, down, on point, sitting there looking at my client like, I really don't like you with your white entitlement. Like, I'm just like, so I'm glad to be off right now. I go back tonight, but I got so many phone calls yesterday. I called so many people yesterday. It was just, you don't know how somebody really influenced and touched your life until. And I was like, damn, when I talked to her friend Shanae, I was like, she set the foundation for who I am today. Period. Everything. Everything. And it was just like, wow. Like Mama Evelyn, you remember our rides going to Trader Joe's and Natural Food Patch?
yeah,
Like, I was
yeah.
exposed to that through Shashida. I was exposed to the Orishas and to everything. And so when I thought about that, I was like, oh my God. That's why when I wrote what I wrote, I had to write out everything. I wouldn't be an Elizabeth right now if it wasn't for her. And that's the honest to God truth. Um, you know, and then the fact that she was only 51. I'm 42. So I'm like, that's the shocker right there. It was like so close in age and hadn't even begun to step into eldership, but she was a natural born teacher, she wanted you to get the information and get it right. And then she knew, I realized the attributes. I didn't realize, okay, I took on some of her attributes. She knew people. If you needed somebody for natural healing, she knew 5 people. She knew people outside the state, outside the country. She had the resource. And she was that type of student that would fall asleep with the computer and the books and everything all around her because she's falling asleep getting the knowledge. So, and then she shared the knowledge with you, and it's like, oh, it was like, oh my God, like that woman really transformed a lot of people's lives. And
Did she have
that
children?
just, she did have a
She
daughter.
has a daughter.
She has a daughter.
Oh, okay.
And her daughter is reaching out to the community to help make sure that her mom is honored and, you know, buried the way according to her wishes. So I know she's gonna,
that's
you know,
beautiful.
probably through Shanae, probably through Najla, you know, we're probably gonna get calls to make sure that, you know, it's done, is she's done, she's honored right. So, but yeah, yesterday that was a blow. That was a huge blow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying, you know, I believe it was the beginning of the year because it was still winter, and she stopped by here, showed me what she was going through, and I have talked to her a couple of times since, and you know, she was just attempting to heal, and she didn't really want to reach out to too many people, but she wanted me to keep her abreast of, you know, anything that was going on, and you know, she would attempt to show up. Because that's usually why I saw her too. Mom had, you know, at an event, you know, wouldn't expect to see her, you know, like, oh, here you go. Yeah. And so, yeah. And I love that picture of her, Danielle. I love that picture. I realized, you know, were we taking pictures like that back then? I mean, just taking
We
pictures
were, but we weren't
like,
posting. But it was that picture, and I got the group picture because I realized in the group picture, Mama Het's in that picture. I had to look again. I was like, that's Mama Het and Jenzai, and it was that picture that made me interested. It was always a group of women back in the day, in the early days of Facebook. It was certain people that you saw, and it's like that's what made me want to get into the African, learning more about my culture because they were just gorgeous and beautiful. Mama Shu was one, Mama Het was another, Jenzai was another, and you just be sitting there like, how do I get in touch with these people? And you know, like they're gorgeous, and you just be sitting there like, okay, I want to be a part of that. I want to do that, and I don't even know. Oh, it was African World Festival when we was at Hart Plaza. I think she was working for Charles Wright, and I had belly danced, did something, and she approached me and she was like, well, are you interested in learning more about the culture? And I'm like, yes. And that's how I got connected with her because she approached me. But you know, I didn't realize that all these women were goddesses and they were approachable, and you know, that they were kind and open, and I didn't know I would have these relationships that I have now then. But I'll be sitting there looking like, okay, I want to be like that. So yeah, I got the pictures are starting to show up, and yeah, that picture is absolutely cool. I have the group photo. I haven't posted it, but I downloaded it yesterday. Um, it was gorgeous. That's what made me wanted to learn more about my culture. Was like these beautiful women kept showing up. Rhonda Bird, the original set of women that went through Sacred Women here. Rhonda Bird, Mama Shu, Maimuna, Shashada. They were a part of that first original group. So that I do know. That I do know for sure. And I think I'm missing 2 people who I don't know. But
Full Moon,
Full Moon,
Alicia
yeah, Full
Roberts.
Moon. I can't forget Full Moon. But y'all, I was looking at y'all and I was like, I want to be a part of the group. And now I
Yeah,
am. It's like,
yeah.
okay.
Mama Jendai, IE took the picture. She was a professional photographer, and
yeah.
that picture was taken at Sister Tamika's house off the course. She lived off the golf course over by Palmer Park, so that's where that photo was taken at her estate. Yeah, yeah. Sisters of the Sacred Black was Mama Ayana's
Yes.
group.
Yeah, Mama Ayana's group.
She takes them down to New Orleans and get that good juju.
And what's funny,
Does she still do that?
Yes, she does. And here's the 6 degrees of love connection. You want to know whose property she does that on? My godfather's, Bill Summers. His family, his ancestral family property down in Louisiana. I'll be sitting like, we are all connected. Like,
wait, so you
wow.
knew Bill Summers before all of this?
No. I did not know Bill Summers before all of this. Bill Summers, or AKA Baba Eshubi, he's my Lukumi, Lukumi godfather. Okay. So it's just some way, somehow, everybody just somehow just became connected. But when I found out, he told me, he was like, "Do you know Mama Ayana Detroit?" I was like, "I do." He's like, "Yeah, she brings, a group of sisters down here every year, to do their spiritual work." And I'm like, "What? Oh my God." But like I said, the gateway, Shashada for me was the gateway to all y'all, all of y'all, all of y'all. So,
without giving too much away, what the ritual that you said that she does when she goes down to the land? Like, how long is a commitment of it? Is it a year, or how long is a commitment?
Oh, you talking about Sisters of the Sacred Black?
Yeah, do they do that, or
you just hit up my mic because I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but I know it's an open trip. It's an open I think it's like a weekend trip that they go down there and they live off the land and they do what they do down there. It's open. To my understanding, it's open. It's like when it's open. It's just a week. It's just a weekend. It's just a weekend to go down. You get to camping. You be with nature. I don't know exactly what spiritual rites and rituals they do, but I know. Let's put it like this. I've been wanting to do this for years and I keep missing it. And I swear to God, I don't want to miss it.
Spiritual preparedness for, she does also, oh my goodness. Yes, but she has a label for women,
her defense.
Self-defense training. Yeah, that self-defense. Also, in case of emergencies, have your home ready for, whatever.
Preparedness. Yeah. And then she's also a priestess of remember, she was one of the wives of Baba, what is it? Baba why am I missing it?
Kalindi, and her and Mama Jendai were co-wives.
They were sister wives, right? So she's the psychedelic mushrooms. She's the one that puts on the conference that they have here every year. But she's also very, very knowledgeable and well versed in microdosing and using psychedelic mushrooms as a part of your spiritual healing practice.
Yes.
Powerful woman. Very powerful woman.
Why don't we have her on?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
She need about 3 or 4 visits with all the things she does. About 3 or 4 visits.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
She cover a month. She cover a month.
Okay. Let's look for a month.
That being said, I really would like for us to have a conversation about the next conference in May, so that we really understand what we're doing, who's going to be there, and we can lock that in, find out the prices and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to hear from everybody and what you think. It don't have to be like it was last year. We can do what we want to do. I mean, and creative. We're back down to 0.
Right.
So now that everybody kind of know, now we can put in, because you didn't know really what I was looking for. Although everybody delivered perfectly, and now we can tighten that up. And I've been writing speakers down and workshops that we can have, and just as we go to different locations, then we need to write them down so we can find out where we went to see the jewel. that theater was really beautiful. Danielle said that's where they've done the head wrapping out there.
What theater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
Southfield.
No, the one in Dearborn. The
Oh,
hair wrap,
okay.
the hair wrap, she did in the auditorium of Dearborn, but the play was in the theater. So I don't know
is
the
that
name.
the Arab? Is that the Arab place or the Arab Museum or where? Where is it? What's the name of it?
No, it's okay. I don't know the name of it. It's inside Dearborn Recreation. It's part of Dearborn Recreation Center.
Is that the big center, the place in the middle of the?
Off of Michigan Avenue. Off of Michigan
Yeah.
Avenue.
I
Yeah.
know who runs
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we know who runs that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we also have, the Wayne State, and if we find someone who's a student of Wayne State, it would be free.
Mama Yo's husband works there.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, Juanita used to work there, and she had asked
She's back. Yeah, she's back there now.
well, she went back to the school, to that
No,
school.
she's back in the doing her can I get it out? Her silver sneakers. She does that there.
Yeah.
Okay, but she's not at Wayne State.
Yes, she is.
Oh, she does it at Wayne State.
Yes, ma'am.
But not,
But you know what, Juanita is enrolled in school. She is enrolled in school, but I don't know which school she's enrolled. So we just got to ask her because she's
true.
Yeah, and she just called me yesterday and about the first event we did with her.
Yes, cancer.
Yeah.
Laugh.
And I don't know where I was somewhere and I couldn't really grasp what she was asking me about. But yeah, it's that. So I'll talk to her about that, and I'll also find out because she was there as well at Wayne State. And of course, Wayne State being closer would be the best, especially for your vendors. Because if you way out there, then you are dependent on the people who attend only. So anyway, I just want to throw that in as you get thoughts about it. And it could be crazy. I thought about adding 2 tours.
Mm-hmm.
Like the new grocery, a food co-op.
Yep.
And the food co-op has a what do you call it? A big room, buffet room, or
we'll call it a fellowship hall.
Yeah, it has a big big space.
Conference area.
And then Mama Shoe's place to add that.
Hallmark house, yeah.
Yeah, to go out into the community. Anyway, so that's just a thought. And it does not have to be all at that facility. And we need to do things prior to that, building up to May, not all of a sudden May. And we're about to do that with the kitchen. Yeah.
Well, it looked like Mama Evelyn.
Before we leave, I want to show y'all, what I just pretty much finished the website for the Lizzie's Kitchen. I'm pretty proud of what we're creating. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me do it right quick, and then Mama Evelyn, and then you can just where we're going to go.
Oh no, just gonna flow with the flow because I wanted to think because on the 4th Friday of the month, what are we calling that? Is that just for the creative thing, or will there be something else going on there?
Okay, hold on, wait till I get to that, and then we'll talk about each piece.
Okay.
Because right now I am looking for it. Okay, I got it. Okay, here we go.
Wasn't that temperature yesterday crazy?
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was going to hang on for today. Well, it's going up to just 61, I think, today.
No, I thought they said it was a heat wave all week.
Yeah, that's what, but I checked and it's not. It says only 60 something.
It's 64 right now. It's 8:49. Watch what have my 12 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. I was just going by because I thought Philip said it's going to be a couple of days and then it's going to drop down to 40 something ridiculous. Anyway, okay, so here you can see
and she thought it was the weirdest thing. So she took me to the doctor, and the doctor, she was like, there's something wrong with my daughter. She said she wanted to draw my voice. I mean, I understand it. She said things, she dance around the room with colors in the air, she said. And I'm like,
anyway, so that's that. And then it shows this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to okay, so kitchen menu, and this is what's served in the kitchen, the hours and stuff like that. And then, so this is the schedule for the kitchen. On Sundays, from 1 to 4, every Sunday. The first Sunday, Body, Soul, and Spirit with Nawili Griffin. And what happens on that day is, you know what she's all about. Stretching and we're going to do meditation. We're going to do, like the Michael Beth with music and, just getting into all three parts of us, all of us, just creating whoever shows up and stuff. And then on the second Sunday, lunch and learn with Danielle. And then the third Sunday is healing sound bowls with Edwana and Ray. So that's going to be really, really, really cool. A lot of meditation, stretching, yoga, music, readings, poetry, whatever. And then the fourth Sunday is Silver and Gold Networking. The sponsors and the hosts are Elizabeth, Leap, and the City of Arts. And that's bringing Silver and Gold is based on make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. So each week we should be doubling. We should get a girl out of this area really fast. But whatever, the bottom line is people coming together and sharing and whatever we create on that night. On Tuesdays, this is the Lizzie's Conversation Kitchen show. And Nawili is going to do the first Tuesday of the month. Nawili lived with a vegan chef. She was married to him. So she knows a lot of recipes and coming from the vegan aspect of life. So that's going to be fun. And I believe she's just going to go ahead because at 2:00 every Tuesday and Thursday, I think she does yoga on yoga with Nawili on the internet. It's a job, so, gets paid to do that. Those particular at those. Okay, and then Mama Razia is going to be on the second Tuesday of the month, and she's going to do it from her house. And it's we have to put the names, had to get the names and do the, the recording and stuff that I want to do on here, where each one is talking about what they're doing, what they're bringing to the table on their Tuesday. So we got, yeah, so it's like in the kitchen with Razia, because that's how people know her. So that's going to be really cool. Dr. Nicole is going to do the third Tuesday. I forgot what I think she's dealing with healing herbs and things like that. And then how you include them in whatever meal or stuff whatever she's going to be making. And then Danielle, and how I see Danielle is, she's like, I don't know what her name of her show and stuff is going to be, but Danielle is good at improvising. If you don't have this, you can use this for that, and then of course knowing her herbs and knowing about, the food. So I'm really super excited about this lineup. And that every Tuesday I'm going to eat some good food. And anything can happen. Actually, I mean, anything can happen. Now, because Mama Evelyn, you can take one of these Tuesdays and have make and take upstairs. People come and they're gonna do something. They eat, buy their food, and on that particular Tuesday, you got some people who are like Alita. Alita is waiting. She said, "I'll come eat the food and and pay for the food." That's another way that we can make money, is that we have a group that's going to come in, and right after we've created whatever food we created, there's someone there to taste and eat it, and there's all kind of different ways that we can actually make money in doing what we're doing, because at this point that's important, is that we make money and then create what those things are. So I'm really excited. I thought about the 1 to 2, but actually 12 to 1 is really the best time, because people are hungry. People are thinking about food.
At lunchtime.
1 o'clock, they're remembering, oh, I haven't eaten yet. But if it's, I'll do that on my lunch. I'll zoom in on my lunch while I'm eating, because Philip watches cooking shows more than I do, so it's male and female, it doesn't matter. At 12 o'clock, even wherever they are at their lunch, they can just tune in and watch the show while they're sitting at, at Burger King on their lunchtime. So yeah, excited about that. And then on Friday nights, boogie. So Friday nights, original showcase your new music, your book, invention, art, dance, technology, etc., and get feedback from others. Contact Queen Aduni and to reserve your spot within the evening. So that's, I mean, we're not going to have bands and stuff like that, but if you got something original, you can bring. And I really am a great supporter of Detroit musicians and artists, and having a platform for their music. Why am I playing? Although I love Marvin Gaye, but Marvin Gaye is, I mean, how many years ago was that? And I have somebody in my friends, and those of you who are really heavy into the art world, how opportunities to showcase your stuff. So we always ask our musicians and friends, if we'll bring your CD and we'll play it. I mean, and we'll play it. It's music. Okay, so on the second Friday is Champagne Hamper Party at the Everettes. Yeah. So take a moment for yourself and get pampered. Affordable packages includes massage, mani pedicures, facial makeup, reflex. Why don't I put my glasses on? Anyway, and then on the third Friday is house party. It's just a good old house party with great music, delicious food, awesome people, and just a Friday night chill out with friends. And Misty Love is the hostess with the mostest. You know, she can pull together musicians. Oh, Misty got to, you know, it's because she shares her stage with everybody. And she's a good chef. She's a good cook. So we're talking about her hosting that. And then that way, yeah. No, we're not dealing with bands and stuff like that. It's a house party. So there may be some entertainment, like maybe a trio or somebody, or you just want to get up and rap. But at this thing, we're dealing highly with people who have music out. I mean, we know, like, in particular, I see Mama Het knows everybody. Danielle knows everybody, all in the arts world, you know. And they're all looking for somewhere to showcase their original stuff, not just, you know, that they can sing Chaka Khan. No, but what can you sing? And then encourage them. And yeah, encourage them. What's next for you, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then Mama Evelyn, we're gonna break out. Okay. Enjoy a time of arts and crafts that you can excitedly take home or give to someone else in a party setting with delicious food, fun drinks, thought-provoking conversations, and awesome people. Learn new artistic ideas and techniques with master artist Evelyn Picard. Did I say your last name right?
It's Pinkard. Pinkard, like Pinkard. Pinkard. Yeah. Yeah.
P-I-N. This is
yeah,
not.
You said you spelled it right. Yes.
Oh, okay. Pinkard.
Pinkard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Pinkard. Oh, I was saying Picard. Yeah, Pinkard. Okay, got it. So that's where we're, so, you know, this is where we bring our Elizabeths, our night Elizabeths, or Sunday afternoon, or tell them to join in on the show. So I really need to get with the TV show people, all of these people, and do a recording. And I do want, we were talking about in their, you know, use their phone and stuff, but I want it in the kitchen, and I know how I see it. And so I need all of us to come together and be in different spots in the kitchen. Like, you know, there's one person, somebody at the island, when they, you know, say who they are and what they're going to teach, what their show is going to be about. And somebody at the stove, somebody at the refrigerator, somebody at the table where people eat at in that area. And then I will be, to introduce it, I will be coming up the stairs and welcoming everybody to what we got. And then it zooms over to each of them, so they see the kitchen and what each person is going to be teaching, like 10 seconds, 20 seconds at the most, you know, something like that. That's easily done. I've already talked with Dr. Nicole. She has a team And she put together a really nice video, but it was for Thursday because we were going to do it on Thursdays. Then when I changed it from Tuesdays, she was already saying the word Thursday. So I know that they her and her friend, he knows what he's doing. So and any comments, any insights, any questions?
I'm just saying, upstairs there, I noticed, we need some more storage. And I want to, I have at the family house, it's the kitchen table, but I made it. And what it needs is a really nice top because it just has a regular wood top and I put a tablecloth over it. But it's one of those industrial shelves that's usually a 5-shelf thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sort of it was one of those DIY things with this lady, and she just took it down to a countertop level, and so there's like 2 shelves under there, and I want to donate it to the kitchen. I just have to go into the house, and it's on wheels. So if we get a nice countertop on there, it can be used to like roll over there into that back corner by the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Or it can be pulled out for another tabletop if you need it. So if you want it.
I definitely want to, see it and stuff because I was just talking to somebody yesterday that in that back. Oh, I was telling Dora she had to get her stuff out of that back kitchen area, which she was not very happy about. But anyway, she tried to do that attack on me, and that eagle was going. You know what I said? You know what? You are not going to throw that stuff on me. You are not going to project that on me. No. I tell you, the Course in Miracle just popped in there. You see what it's doing. You see what it. I've been telling my ego to go and sit down and shut up. Just shut up. And other people's ego. I've been telling them too. I see what you're doing. Shut up. Anyway. So yeah, so I'm like, all that stuff has to go out. There's a lot of pots and pans over there and stuff that we don't even know who picked them and stuff, So, but I was looking and I was going to talk to Mama Head because I know she liked to build, and it was such a pleasure working with her, me painting in my room and her in her room and stuff. And I said, I bet you Mama Head is up to building some shelves because you can just put
that's good. Some open shelves over it.
A lot of shelves, and then just we can just
stack stuff up there.
Yeah, because there were days where I would you look up and I was rebuilding or tearing down what was the last place I was in? It had a barbecue grill. Really. And so I'm taking all the rocks and bricks and stuff down and stuff. But anyway, yeah, so I'd like to see that because all of that stuff has to go and only things that are necessary. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking, I said, there's no place I can put it over here where it could be going in the basement. But I'm like, I could just do another one. But I just, I clean it up and I had, because usually those wire shelves have, it's wire shelves. So I usually put a piece of masonite to make the shelf smooth so nothing falls down or in between there. But yeah, that was my days. And actually upstairs, I was thinking about it years ago. Oh, Jesus. I was in my 20s. And I saw this couch in this magazine, and I was going to make it. And I got the couch part, the wood part done, but I never made the cushions. And so I end up flipping it over and turning it into a desk. So that can be taken apart and
Mhm.
used. I don't know, not there necessarily, but I was just thinking I could get rid of that because somebody else could use something, maybe need some sort of table. Because I used to sew on that table. I had my sewing machine and my serger on that table. It was pretty long. It was that whole 8 foot long piece of plywood that you get in my younger days when I was into building and taking stuff apart.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get, and then I got to get rid of that stuff that's up under the steps, by the steps, and then organize when you walk into that space and stuff, and where we grab our curlers and all of that. I have to somehow, how can I make that work and be really neat? And it has a lamp that you could, like, in the evening when people maybe come in, that like lights up that little area right there where the bottom of the steps are. Really, really looks beautiful when it's, when everything's organized and stuff. So that's what
Yeah, I have to look at that area again. But my thing is anything that can go on wheels should be on wheels. So just in case all your storage of your utensils and stuff, you need to move it out of there. You don't have to move it out of there piece by piece. You can just take the shelf, wrap it up, and move it out the way if you got to do something there, and then just move it back. Because I just wheels were the best thing invented for furniture. Yeah, because that's what I was thinking for my studio, is that a lot of things will be on wheels to move out of the way.
My brother-in-law's drum set is up underneath it, but it's in a wagon, so it doesn't make it daunting when you say you got to move it out the way. You just grab the thing, like what you're saying, that
and
really
move it.
that really makes sense. Yeah. And I have some
well, I love the way you worded that. That was, that sets me on the trajectory of what I would want to say. So in the flyer. So yeah. If you could send me that snippet, because the phone is up here. I don't even know. Am I still on camera? Yeah. Okay, the phone is up here, so I wasn't able to take a picture. I really like. Do you sleep? That's it. I be wondering about you people. See, I say you people. I mean you people. All of a sudden, all this stuff comes up, and I'm like, when did she do that? When did she do that?
There are 24 hours in a day.
Yes.
And our brains be going just like yours in art and stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody, that's why I tell guys he ain't fair sometimes, because some things he'll know how to, even in your frustration, he'll know how to turn you on. He just brings something up in your mind that that makes you happy about even the thought of it. And then I say, God, I quit last night. I quit. And then you wake up with this fresh idea. You say, you ain't right. See, you ain't right.
Yeah.
Last night. What's up, Lolly?
Hey, Lolly.
Hey.
Okay, you're doing good. We heard
I'm
your
just getting ready for the day, so don't mind me. I'm listening.
Yeah. Sharonda, what's going on, girl? Sharonda. Oh, Sharonda. Oh, y'all. If y'all recognize that, y'all older than I thought you were.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yes. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's going on with the Lizzie kitchen. What I don't think that I have to get the kitchen because we're doing classes and stuff like that, but I got to look into the licensing. Do I need to a whole kitchen license? Do I need to do?
Oh, okay.
What'd you say?
Oh, you on mute, Danny. Can't hear you.
I'm like, if we're serving food and selling food, then yeah, we have to have a license. We have to have everything be but there's different tenures of licenses. Well, we gotta search. We have to research
To
because
find out what kind of license, because I know those dealing with food need to have a take those food classes, handling or
They
whatever.
need food handling license and self-serve
yeah.
and serve safe license.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got a cousin, she a chef, so she be breaking all that down for me.
Yeah. Yeah. But anything I think dealing with the public and serving of food, we have to be covered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
What
Anything
you
else?
making, Mama Evelyn?
Hmm?
What you making?
Oh,
Look, I
well,
see it.
we this was supposed to be a continuation of the soul cards,
Oh,
but life happens, so we have to follow. But I just thought, yeah, I'm just still making some more background for
okay.
the,
Oh, that's nice.
the soul cards is you collect. Did you know you collect pictures, and soul cards are just pictures. They're no words, and it's like your own private, it's your deck that the things mean something to you, like for instance, I have like a picture of, I love this picture of Maya Angelou. She looks so regal.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And this pictures of, what is this, waiting to
Waiting to
exhale, is that what
exhale,
that?
girl.
Yeah. Ooh, this dress
Mm-hmm.
I was actually, I can get in contact with, this is a tie-dye, and he makes them for they're made on the bias, so they fit any body shape, because a bias cut of dress will flow on any body shape or size beautifully.
That looks
And
beautiful.
he actually has the pattern. It was like $70 the last time I looked into it, but the dyeing process, I think, is a little toxic for me at this age, but it's still beautiful. The fabric that he comes up with, or, and he teaches it too. He shares it. And it was so weird because he stays in, I want to say it's an island off Boston, but you can drive there. And I used to have this reoccurring dream of having to get to this island on this 2-lane road with big bodies of water on either side. And I had to get to the other side before dark, because then the road would disappear for the evening. And he said, actually, he told me that's what happens sometimes, that the road to the, where his residence is, will disappear under the water.
Oh
I was
man.
like, wow.
So you went on your own little magical adventure.
Yes. Yeah. But the soul, I have the book. If you, and I'd like some feedback. I mean, because I'm putting a list together of what you may enjoy
Oh,
doing. But is there any things that's, because I'm talking with Gwen Winston about they're gonna put me in a grant, because I just want some equipment, because I think people will be interested in jelly printing. You can see what that's about. I can put some videos about
Yeah,
the most
share those
fantastic
videos.
jelly
I've
print.
never heard of jelly printing.
Yeah, it's like if you want, because um I'm my daughter, she's really great at collage, really great, but she could take it to another level, because I gave her a book. Um, they have these journals. What is this? Yeah, I've showed you this one before. These journals, and these pages are really thick. Let me see, I'll put it on this camera so you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is like these. You see these little triangles. This is like texture paint. So like say if you were to do a scrapbook of your family, but you just don't want to put it on blank sheets of paper. You don't just want to. You want the
Yeah.
background, to set the photographs off. So when you're doing jelly printing, um, you use a brayer. Okay, let me get it. This is gonna be a little tutorial. Just information. This is a jelly print thing here.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
they
So
look
the
like.
kid
Yeah. And you usually keep it in these containers. That keeps it from, but it looked like this.
and the roller come with it.
You can actually make them, but yeah, they'll go bad on you in a minute. But this is what it looks like.
Ooh.
Just, you know. And you just
Ooh.
take acrylic paint and you take a brayer, you put dot some acrylic paint, not a lot because you don't, and you
Just
roll it
that.
on, and then you can take you can squiggle lines in it. You can take a texture tool, you can like put a rubber stamp in it,
Yeah.
and then you put it on your page. And when you lift it up, then you have this going on.
Oh, look at it. It's
And
like a
then
stamp.
and this is just like where, I've done this and you need to kind of clean your roller a little bit. And I just, have a book on the side and you just do yeah. So it's fun. It's fun. And I'm gonna put a video of her name is Froyle and is she from Australia? She's in Australia and she's just fantastic. I just love her energy and um and the prints that she do is amazing. And you could just glue the prints on a board and that's art. You can hang it up on the wall. I mean, I think I've come to like um teaching that you are an artist and you don't necessarily have to know how to draw faces precisely and noses precisely. You can just put some color down, some color and some texture down in an artistic way, and hang it on your wall and people will say, "Ooh, who did that?"
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I know, you have done other things, but if it's if it's anything you've seen and you wanted to know how to do it, if you wanted some suggestions, because I just have some suggestions.
Mhm.
I mean, do you know what dot art is?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Mandela. It's called it's
I heard
it's
of
just
it.
it's just any substrate. It could be this cardboard, it can be wood piece, and you can paint it the background color, and you're just taking whatever tool you have. Usually they have an array of these stylists in different sizes, and you dip it in the paint and you just making dots.
Mm.
Just they have a whole Facebook page on it, guys. Really, it's intense. But I just thought, instead of you attempting to follow a pattern, draw your own pattern, or just sit there and just dot artistically. And that's just like doodling, but you're just dotting paint. And that's what I thought. And then definitely rock painting. And you can do it on rocks too.
I love rock
I know,
painting.
I know Mama Head has rocks.
I love rock painting. That's like the first thing I tell my families to do when it's fall or something like that. I'm like, if you go outside and your child finds a cool rock, you can just take your acrylic paint, put it on their hands, and have them touch it. They'd be like, okay, Miss Ebony. I'm like, yeah, bring all the rocks in. So, oh my goodness, let me tell you all about the time I just had yesterday. On one of my home visits, I had a family that usually don't go outside when I come visit. But yesterday it was so beautiful outside, so I encouraged her, like, so mom, how do you feel about the weather today? You think you wanna see how he does exploring, his environment, his neighborhood? We're gonna learn about community. I tried to make it make sense. She was like, yeah, shocked the hell out of me. I'm like, okay, let's go. Like I'm excited like the baby. He got excited. He found his own shoes. He was like very self-initiated, like, "Ooh, lady, come, thank you for coming to tell her I want to go outside." So we went outside. This boy was so well behaved. Like, you know how some parents are so nervous about their child going, that extra piece of grass before you go to the street. He was not
Oh
even
yeah.
interested. Like he went, but he wasn't really interested in staying over there too long. That baby
Mm-hmm.
explored. He touched dirt. He touched mulch. He hugged trees.
Oh,
He picked the little
Oh.
leaves. We compared leaves like this is small leaf, this is a big leaf. Like mom, this is what you can do when you're like walking to the store or walking
Mm-hmm.
somewhere. Because as soon as we went outside, he went straight for the car. So I already know what kind of patterns that the family have when it's associated to outside. Like they usually probably just go from their house to in a car.
mm-hmm.
So when he found out
Mm.
he could walk down the street and he led to walk down the street, oh, his chest was out and he walking and he turning around and pulling his making us come with him with his little hand. And we end up finding a prey. I think it's called a prey mantis. It's a
Mm-hmm.
big. I thought it was a grasshopper, but it didn't because it had the arms like this. So
Mm-hmm.
we found a prey mantis. He found it first. And mom's like, no, don't touch that. It's moving. So I had to get closer because I love all of it. So I'm like, hi, Mr. Bug. How are you? Can we play with you and stuff? So I had him put it on a leaf. We used one of the big leaves he collected. The bugs like kind of crawled over the leaves, and he watched me first do it, and then he found his own leaf and he did it. Oh my goodness! Before we left that poor little bug, he tried to touch the bug and like picked it up by his head. I said, "Oh, he can't see. Can you please put him down? How do we know where he's going?"
Wow. Okay. So what is that a sign of? The praying mantis? Because
I know. I
when
have
we
to look it up.
when we pulled up in the car, me bringing RJ home, because I usually let him, because he falls asleep as soon as we get in the car. And so I actually let him sleep for like a half an hour or 45 minutes out there. But when I got out the car and came around, there was a beautiful praying mantis on the
And
window.
aren't they
Picture of
beautiful?
it. I
They
got a
are
picture
so
of it.
beautiful.
And I got a couple of pictures of it. And I was like, oh my goodness. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
We was observing. I said, "Mom, it has different colors in the back. Did you see like the mom pointing out the colors, but she was not having it." And I was like, "Well, he could touch it. Let's try with a leaf first." And she was just like, "Get away, get away!" I was like, "No, bugs are nice, and praying mantis are, they're not gonna hurt you or anything." Look at
Yeah.
Queen. She's so on it. Oh, a sign of good luck or fortune. Look at that.
Yes. All righty then.
Ooh, look, the little red one says the power symbolize the power of stillness, balance in life, calmness, intuition, and patience.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's exactly
Wow.
what it looked like a bug's life. And I rarely see one. That's why I thought that was so dope. I was like, it was just on the sidewalk, like it was waiting for us, and it just minded its own business. I'm like, you let us
Mhm.
play with you, and then you went on about your business.
Wow.
Look at
Yeah.
us with good luck.
And he had gotten up on top of the car, on the hood of the car, and I didn't take a picture of that one, but it was like he was standing there looking around, surveying his surroundings.
Yeah, he was waiting for you. That's what it looked like. That poor little baby tried to
Yes.
smash that thing's face. I said, excuse me, he can't see. His eyes are there.
Okay, so does seeing a praying mantis have meaning for you? Spotting a praying mantis can be a reminder to be still, quiet, and mindful. There is something
Mhm.
rather mystical about an insect that can turn its head all the way around to get a better look at you.
Mm-hmm.
A praying mantis can either be considered a sign of good luck or a bad omen, depending on your cultural beliefs.
Good luck for me.
Yeah, right. The praying mantis is even Connecticut's state insect.
Okay.
Learn more. Da 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 da. Mhm.
Hmm.
That's
Wow.
interesting. Yeah, because I was calling it a grasshopper first.
People usually refer to any type of mantid as a praying mantis. These insects get their name from long front legs that they hold in a tight position in front of them, resembling hands held together in prayer. However, the praying mantis is also sometimes referred to as a praying, P-R-E-Y mantis, because of its carnivorous habits.
Carnivorous.
Ooh, so it eat other bugs.
This
Yeah.
insect is a predator. It feeds on beetles, butterflies, grasshoppers, and
Oh,
spiders.
why the butterfly? The butterfly just mad. Why all of them though? All them bugs mind their business.
Oh.
It's the circle of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
They are beautiful
Wow.
though. Jeez, when you guys eat other bugs.
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
The spiritual
I used to say the good luck omen.
Yeah, yeah.
The praying mantis, with its hands clasped in prayer, lends itself to having spiritual meaning. For some, the spiritual significance of a praying mantis is one of reflection and thoughtfulness, and a reminder to always keep their focus on God.
Mm.
Mm.
No matter where your head turns, you should see God, right?
Yes.
Turn.
Yes.
No. The praying mantis is even thought to have the ability to deliver messages from higher beings. These insects have also been called praying nuns because some look like they are wearing nun habits in their head on their heads. Early Christian religious symbolism adopted belief in the praying mantis's power of divination. The meaning is carried in Celtic symbolism and mythology. The insect can represent courage and persistence, as well as prayer and religious beliefs. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay, we got just a few more. The people of ancient Greece and Egypt saw the praying mantis as a guide for those who needed direction, either in life or death. In Buddhism, the praying mantis represents patience and perseverance. The insect's predatory habits serve as a model for calm behavior and focus. Shaolin monks.
Shaolin.
Really?
Shaolin monks.
Shaolin monks, thanks, delivered a system of defense with which created as a form of protection. Their hand-to-hand combat movements are similar to the actions of the praying mantis. Yeah.
Okay.
Learned something today.
No. Yes, we did.
And you were so quick with the pull. So that's a beautiful message. Because yesterday I read when we read the Course of Miracles, our lesson was about putting our future in the hands of God and like really being in the now. Well, that's what I got the message from there, to not be in the past nor the future, but be in the now. And to find that praying man is on that day. And I was literally like, okay, I'm just gonna enjoy the now.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, guys, I'm flying to Atlanta and I'm going by myself. And I've been a little uneasy, I must say. And now I was like, you know what? I need to stop thinking about that because that's not till I got time for that. Let me focus on like right now and making sure my ducks are in a row, like make sure my affairs are in order now. And as soon as I said that and started moving that way, like it was so beautiful outside. I got to see a praying mantis. I'm like, thank you, praying mantis. Thank you for coming to visit us.
Oh, so what's the trip to Atlanta? Is that business or?
So I am taking a stillness break. I am going to be still, self-care, get away from here, so I can like just be with myself. It's been a long time since I actually hugged a tree, so I'm just going just to. It's my annual trip. I go to a concert. It's called the One Music Fest. So I'm going to see
yeah, I
Janet
remember.
Jackson. I'm going to see Janet Jackson, but that's not till Saturday, Sunday. So Thursday, Friday, I'm just gonna go and sightsee protectively and just be with myself, be with God, take that stillness break so I can break through some of this numbness that I be having about my emotions. So it's just that time. I've been feeling it. You know how you guys can your intuition just tell you like, okay, you better slow down. Now I'm telling you to slow down. So I'm listening.
Good for you.
When
you leave?
Thursday night, tomorrow night.
And then you come back?
Sunday night.
Yeah.
So
just you? Is it just you?
Sunday night. Monday.
Just
me. So just
me. With herself.
Yep. So 2 years ago, I decided I need to stop waiting for people to go with me places because I never got anywhere. So I took this trip the first 2 years ago because the headliner of the One Music Festival was Kirk Franklin and Lil Wayne, like the rapper Lil Wayne in one show. So I'm like, I gotta see this to believe this. So I went and I took my best friend, ended up going with another best friend of hers, and I had somebody there. Last year, she went with my brother. They go together. So they went with she went with my brother, and they had each other. But I was by myself, but I still like relied on this. This year is nobody. I have a cousin that stay there. She gonna be out here the whole time I'm here. I'm there. My best friend and my brother couldn't make it this year, so it's really just me, and it was really a testament on like, okay, this is my test because I know that's my time to keep still. Am I really gonna go by myself? I keep saying it's a by myself. It's a solo date. This is my annual ultimate solo date, am I going by myself this year? So I'm really going by myself this year.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I
That's
like
great.
that the praying mantis meant that I have to be still.
Yes.
So I'm going to be still.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep my presence in the now.
Okay. All right.
So
So
cool.
I'm be hopping on hopping on our morning meeting for a check-in. So Friday, y'all, check in. If I don't make it, ring the alarm.
You will make it. And if you
I'm gonna
don't,
make
you
it.
do something fun.
Me and my cheeks go show up on Friday.
I'm looking for something.
Yeah, you guys been in Atlanta? Where should I go? Where should I go my first 2 days?
Oh, no. I've only been to Atlanta once, and that was so long ago. Sheena was like, how old was she? 10? Was she? Yeah, 10, 11. And I drove down there. I know my dad looked at me and said, Dad, I'm going to take Sheena down to stay with her dad for the summer or stay with his aunt. And my dad looked at me like, and I said, wow, that was adventurous. I mean, just get on the road. And that's when they first started putting those little bumps to the side of the road to let you know, like if you fell asleep and you kind of veered off.
Yeah.
I had a brand new car. Our car was new. And I got on there and that was happening. And I got off and pulled into the drive into the gas station. I said, I'm looking at the car. I don't know what's happening. It's making all this noise. And the gentleman at the gas station said, "Oh, that's the road thing. That's the." Thought the car was falling apart. Oh,
I think a black person invented that. There's a name for that. I forgot the name of it, but a black person invented that.
yay!
They were so smart.
Yeah, it was something else driving through them mountains, and we stayed in a. We had to stay in a. We stayed in a hotel, a motel, whatever. And I put the chair up against the door, and
That's what I
yeah.
told my mama. My mama was laughing. I said, "Ma, I found a beautiful room, but the entrance is in like a main court, like the main courtyard or whatever." I said, "Mama, I'm putting my chair against the door when I go to sleep."
Yeah. There's a lot of little tricks. It's like, because they say those latches don't really work as a way to make them work and stuff like that. So, but nowadays, you take some disposable sheets with you, or take your own sheets or your own pillow, or pillowcase. Or, just
Okay. But I found the new room.
All right, Queen. I got something for us so we can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Six things you must know about the law of attraction with by Mike. Let's see things what we don't know. Let's see things what we got, what we think, what we know, so we can then know it.
Willing to become vibrationally. We are vibrational beings. We're not just flesh and blood. If you put anything under a microscope, an intense microscope, you can ultimately see that everything is vibration. And as the scientists are now telling us, there's information there, but it's not solid. It's always moving. So we're vibrational beings. And when we lift our vibration to what we want to experience, it happens first on a vibratory level, and then it shows up and manifests in our life. So people who are holding on to rancor, animosity, they're slowing down their vibration. Another way of saying is you cannot have what you're not willing to become vibrationally.
Ah.
If you do get it, you'll lose it.
Ah.
You see, this is why people, they'll win the lottery, they lose everything,
Yeah.
or they'll finally get the person they think they want to be with.
Absolutely.
They can't keep the relationship, or they'll get a modicum of success but can't hold on to it because inside they weren't vibrationally aligned. They really hadn't become it. So you can temporarily manipulate and get things, but to have it completely, you have to lift your vibration and become that in vibration. You're not really attracting things to you, you're really radiating.
Ah.
It's really a radiation.
I could cry right now.
It's like if I become the vibrational frequency of love, harmony, peace, and I'm radiating that,
That's the key.
it's gonna show up in my life.
That's the key. That's the word. You're not attracting it. You have to be it and radiate it, and then it is drawn to you.
Right.
And you to it. Yeah.
You have to like yourself when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You have to like yourself. I mean, when you're by yourself, you have to look at those thoughts, the beautiful thoughts, the crazy thoughts. You have to embrace yourself. You have to forgive yourself. You have to love yourself. And when you can fall in love with yourself and like yourself when you're by yourself, now you can be with others. But if you don't like yourself when you're by yourself, then you're pulling on others to make you happy.
Is it possible to life vision when you're at the bottom?
Not only is it possible, that's probably the best time to do it. When circumstances and situations are pressing in upon us, the only way we can overcome them is to go within, to actually begin to ask very empowering questions with the awareness that this universal presence and its law will answer any question that you ask. So if you're in a situation that is pressing on you and you ask, what's trying to emerge in my life? What is my gift to share? What is my purpose? Why am I here on the planet? Not just how can I pay my rent, not just how can I stop the pain. You ask empowering questions, the universe will answer these questions in a language and in a way that you can understand. There'll be inner prompting, there'll be intuitive hits, nudges, signs, symbols, dreams. It'll come in the language of the individual soul and heart. The difficulty is that when people are in tough situations, they ask disempowering questions.
Whoa.
They say, what's wrong? Who's to blame?
Yeah.
Why me?
Yes.
Those are the disempowering questions. So the universe will answer those too. It'll pull on the database of human experience and say, you were born on the wrong side of the tracks, or you were born on the right side of the tracks, or this happened or that happened. It'll give you a bevy of excuses. But if you ask an empowering question, you'll get an answer to rise above the muck. So it's all about the question, the sincerity of the question, and then the ability and the willingness to really listen, to really be available. That's where the juice is.
And that is available to every human being.
Whether an individual is in prison, whether an individual is imprisoned by circumstance, imprisoned in their own mind about an event that happened in their past, it doesn't matter. Once you ask with sincerity, the universe will answer. That's the way it operates. It goes back to asking the question. Yeah. But it also goes back to understanding that the presence of God has never made a mistake, doesn't do do-overs, and doesn't repeat itself. Therefore, each of us are unique expressions of the infinite. The way the infinite gets to express its infinite nature is through its uniqueness. Therefore, I have a mandate to discover myself, find out who and what I am, what my purpose is, and to express it. And that idea within us is infinite and is always unfolding. So it's not a one and done. It's not, I've arrived. It's, I'm always on a journey of unfolding.
Are you tired of seeing your first-time guest and
You grow where you're planted.
You grow where you're planted.
And then you ask, what's trying to emerge? What's trying to unfold? And you'll start to get hints. You start to take baby steps walking in that direction. And as you take baby steps, inertia becomes momentum. And then possibilities start to reveal themselves. Potential starts to be activated. And you find yourself, as you look back, wow, I'm changed. I'm different. When did that happen? You have to be in alignment with it. You have to have a level of practice. You have to give up your resistance to the circumstance. In other words, you're not arguing and resisting with the circumstances.
Yeah, I know this person said, I prayed, I did that. God hadn't answered me yet. Yeah.
This is the deal. God is always answering.
Yes.
But are we receiving? Are we listening? Are we available?
Yes.
So prayer, meditation, life visioning, it attunes us to become in alignment with that vibration, so we actually can hear it, we can actually feel it, and then move in that direction. Many people, if their prayers would be answered, they couldn't even receive it. They're not vibrationally ready. Victim consciousness is where many people live.
Yeah.
Somebody did it to me. The reason why I'm not happy is because he just my ex-boyfriend, my boss.
The world isn't fair.
The world isn't fair. They're doing it to me. The reason why I'm not happy is somebody else's fault. God did it to me. The devil did it to me. My astrological sign did it to me. The numbers did it to me.
My mother.
My karma.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the victim stage. Every victim has a victim story. You ask somebody, a victim, what's going on, and they'll give you a list of complaints about what's wrong and who did it. Fannie Lou Hamer once said, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, something happens, and you start to open up to a possibility that maybe I'm in my own way. Maybe there's something more than what meets the eye. You're going to need something that is not within your little mind and your little perception. And that's where prayer comes in. That's where meditation comes in. That's where life visioning comes in. So if you just said, help, I'm open, I'm available to something new, now you're on your way.
Yeah. Help is a prayer.
Help is a prayer.
Yeah.
I say, when I use the word help, I say, hello, eternal loving presence. That's what help means to me.
Yeah.
Hello, eternal loving presence.
Wow, that's a good one.
Back in the day when the Bodhi tree existed, and a book fell off the shelf. I walked in and the book just slammed on the floor off the shelf, and it was exactly what I needed to read at that time. And so I learned about manifestation. I learned about the second stage, which is how to manifest, which is establishing intention, beginning to see visually the kind of life you want to live, beginning to have conversation about that kind of life. I tell people you have to talk about it more than you talk about your problems, because at the end of the day, if you're complaining more than you're talking about your vision, then you're in inertia. So there's a shift that takes place where you're actually talking about the possibilities more than you're talking about your issues.
Yeah.
You don't deny the issues. Bad things have happened to people. You're not denying that those things have happened.
But it's the energy that you give to it. That
Yes.
is a definite true fact. If you start talking about somebody or you're engaged in a conversation where you're gossiping, before long, you're spiraling down.
Energy goes into those lower frequencies.
Yep.
Doubt, worry, fear, now you're in that sediment. You're in that dynamic. But if you start talking about possibility, even if you don't know how to get there, then your energy starts to go up. You know, what if you ask a what if question? You know, what if all my needs were met? What would I be doing in my life? What if everything is really working together for my good? What if all the bad things that have happened in my life?
We are currently up 16.5% for the month of May, and we're only
are leading me to activating some great potential in my experience. What if God really is on my side?
Yeah.
You know, you ask a what if question, and you start to notice little tiny miracles happening in your life. Things start to manifest. You don't know how they got there. The primary dark night of the soul is when you're losing your identification with your previous identity, but you don't yet have an identification with what's new emerging. You're in the dark.
That's good.
You don't know. You knew this is who you used to be.
Yeah.
But you're not that anymore. But who you're becoming, you're not that either. So it's dark. It's really, and sometimes it's excruciating. Sometimes it's a lot of fear, a lot of disconnect. And I tell people that when you're going through that, tell them to ask this question. If this experience were to last forever, what quality would have to emerge for me to have peace of mind? So if you ask that question, and you say, oh, if this particular experience was going to last forever, I would need some strength. I would need some peace. I would need a little bit more, name whatever quality. And what happens is, when your attention starts focusing on that quality, rather than resisting the dark night, then the process is speeded up. And your identification,
you move through it faster.
You move through it faster.
Yeah.
Pain pushes until the vision pulls. So life is progressive, and it's pushing you until you get pulled by a larger vision. So once you have a vision that you can articulate.
Okay, so pain pushes you. So it's hard, it's harder, it's harder, it's harder, and it's trying to force you into having a vision
yes.
that's bigger than the pain.
And that's a principle. Potential is always bigger than the problem. Potential is always bigger than the problem. Your potential is infinite and is always bigger than whatever problem you're going through. You begin to have a vision about the possibility. Mm-hmm. You start to be pulled by it, and then once you really sincerely embrace it, and your life begins to be, okay, when I wake up this morning, I'm going to walk in the direction of my purpose. I'm going to walk in the direction of my vision.
I'm going to walk in the direction of that possibility and the potential, instead of allowing myself to go, oh, woe is me, or I can't believe, or that.
Right.
I'm going to walk in the
cosmic 2x4 doesn't need to hit you as much.
Wow.
You're pulled. You're being pulled more by joy, and it's like, I'm being pulled by something. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to have challenges.
Of course, of course.
We're not praying to live a challenge-free life. We're praying that the challenges that come activate latent potential. Understanding that pain pushes until vision pulls. Ask what-if questions.
Yes.
Begin to see, visualize the kind of life you want to live. Mm-hmm. Begin to talk about it. Begin to write it down. Begin to dream about it. And then what I teach is, you talk about it. Doesn't mean you talk to everybody, because everyone is not trustworthy.
That's right.
You talk to selected friends.
About it.
About it. You talk to it. Uh-huh. You actually talk to the vision. Talk to the possibility. Talk to love. You talk to peace. You talk to prosperity. I see you everywhere. I see you prosperity in the lawn. I see you abundance in the grain of the sand. I see you everywhere. Mm-hmm. You talk to it, and then after a while, you're talking from it. Mm-hmm.
Terrific.
Yes.
Terrific. Because I talked to Mama Razia yesterday, and I got confirmation that, still, again, Evelyn, go through a cleanse, even if it's just for a day or a weekend. Come on, commit to it, So I got that yesterday. Yeah. I'm gonna have to listen to that again.
I came on right on time. That first day was last week, and you played him on my way to the Fisher building. I came across that. And I had to pick somebody up, right? They would not shut up because this was so good and so powerful. I played it over and over again, and I forget, and this reminded me that I wanted to just listen to this and buzz, just soak in it till it just come in here.
Yeah.
Today you reminded me to do that, because I was like, can you be cool? I had to keep rewinding it back. He told, okay, all right, okay, keep rewinding. But I want him to get out of my car. Because he would not be quiet.
Right, then you just turn it off, because they,
why you so positive? Because you listen to stuff like this. I found out something new about you. I'm like, if you don't just be quiet. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. That is so good.
Yeah. I tell you, I am so in awe. Let me see who's on here. Oh, okay. About what's happening in the world and what's happening in our lives as far as the Elizabeths and what God has showed me before I even met some of you, and definitely before this, the show, and to watch it. I mean, how do you feel when you see your vision, like something, the next thing has been established where you on the right track? You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Because Elizabeth has been there since my impregnation, when I turned 40. Now, so that was happening, but now, the Grand Rising in Elizabeth is a whole new thing that I never saw. But, and then COVID brought about that where we have to, everybody start getting used to being on the doing their class, doing church on there, doing consultations, doing medical stuff online and stuff. And then so here we are now. So what is in your life it's 10 o'clock, so we're not gonna go into anything. But just think about, what was the last new thing that the Spirit told you to do?
I just wanna can we, since we're not gonna go into it, can you write that question down, because we could come back to it on Friday?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or put it in the chat or something, in the group chat. Yeah, we should come back to that.
That's good, Lolly.
Okay, back to driving. Bye.
Okay, so we can continue the soul collage next time.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely, and yeah,
because today took a little turn because of our friend, not ever. Just real quick, I want to tell y'all, gather your pictures, and when I print out my pictures, I print it out on photo paper, but you don't want to collage with that thickness of the paper. You want to thin it out. So next time I will show you how to thin it out, so that it's really thin, so that when it is glued down.
You showed us that.
How to thin the paper from the back, how to peel off the.
Yeah, you did. I mean, show it. Yeah, do it again. But I remember I was amazed with that, and because it's something, and then you just peeled it off, but you have to wait or something. And how you peeled it off, it was like one of those. Oh yeah, this is how you do this, but not as a workshop. But it was part of, because you were the paper. We were putting pictures on something. Remember that class? And then yeah. Where's mine? Mine's is over there.
Okay.
Remember that when we were putting pictures? We were putting okay, I'm gonna show you. Doggone, I ain't going crazy. You're gonna make me seem like I'm crazy. I ain't crazy. Well, maybe a little bit, but
it's a good one.
That one right
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when you were showing us how to thin the paper out and stuff, if you used pictures on that. See, I pay attention. Sometimes I pay attention.
Well, today has just been easy flowing, and we just went with how Spirit led us with our friend Shashada leading the way.
Oh, Shashada.
She showed up.
Later. Yeah.
She showed up.
Yes. Ain't nothing but love here for her.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
What is that religion that you don't say you don't call them an elder for 45 days? You don't say their name.
That's Ifa. That's a Ifa or Yoruba. Yes, 45 days before they become because they have to, the spirit has to go through and finish unfinished business or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
45 days.
Wow.
But then that 45 days, they coming back and say, y'all need a little help right now. So until I become
Right. And some of the things that they need to
right now
is with us, Now go make that clear with so and so whatever, Oh my God. Oh my God. Just so interesting, the whole the whole life and moving along thing.
Yeah.
I don't even want to deal with the D word. The whole life and the completion of where you are and going into the next phase of your
the
life.
completion of your assignment.
Your assignment, right. In moving on to what's next. And that is amazing. And just how much to find out, because I don't know how much I play a part in that, in what's next. How much do I play a part in that, and when we talk about that you chose your parents and all that kind of stuff, or you chose to go so far and then not go the rest of the way, be such as abortion or miscarriage, oh, no, don't want to go, I'm not going, and just that whole mystery of life, the whole mystery of it. And then learning that you have to take responsibility for
everything, for all of it. Those whole risk.
I chose that for myself. Yes.
Yeah, you did.
No. Some things I wish I could that it would be nice if it was on my mind to do movies. I should have went into movies, producing. And I had an opportunity in my young days of starting to work and stuff to work for Channel 4. I worked in the newsroom, and
really?
The engineer that ran the cameras and everything that's happening, he was going to train me to do that, because I love production. I can see a whole stage and everything that's happening, because I love production. And that thing that Michael Jackson, This Is It, that thing, the man that was controlling everything for Michael, making sure that everybody was in their place and the show went on in the production and stuff. That's what I do. And not from education, but because I used to always put in those situations to do that. And I can just I see the whole stage. I see it. But I did not go into that. And so I'm going to be doing more of my art, and as life, progresses and the blessings flow, and I'm able to do what I really want to do. And I know I'm going to go into music, and so that I can be a better support and hold down my own from stage. And I have a movie that I've always had for umpteen years that I want to do. And I see, I meet people and situations and skills and progression in the world of art, where you're learning more and more about things on a whole nother level. And where, when they would do special effects, right, in the movies. Well, when I was young, you can't do what they're doing now. When I was young, if you saw a storm, it was something. But now, woof, and just think about what's even coming, where you actually will be in the movie with them. And they're gonna get to that point where you can step right into the thing. Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited about life and what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm excited. How about you? I'm excited. I'm excited. How about you?
I'm the same way. Like for years, I always seen a bright future for myself. Like I see the future as being bright for me.
Yes.
Like always, I'm like, I see a bright future. Like for years, and it do seem like it's getting better and better and better. I handle life a lot differently.
Yeah.
When circumstances come my way. And, I really do feel like it's time for me to level up because more people are seeking me for assistance, for help, in different areas. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna allow, and don't worry about finding, just allow. My nephew called me, and he don't call me a lot, the gentleman who came, and he was like, hey, auntie. I said, hey, baby. I said, how you doing? He said, I had a great day today. And I was like, I'm so glad to hear you had a great day today,
Yes.
He said, I need you, aunt. I said, okay. He said, no, I'm saying on a regular basis. I want to have a meeting every week when we can. I said, okay, I got to be there for him. That's family. We got to support our family.
I'm
gonna have
to make another appointment, Keisha.
Okay, love.
Yeah, and that being said, I was thinking that it would be great for our Elizabeth to pull our children together, to have something where they meet one another as well, and are able to have the same kind of support that we have in each other's life, right? And finding out what they need, and we'll be able to be a support for them as they are a support for us with the youngers. And because my son, he's 44, but he's my son. And then how old is Jabril and all of them, your sons?
Jabril is 26, and my oldest son is 28.
How old is Isis?
22.
Yeah, so them coming together, I mean, we can just have,
get together and invite them. Yeah.
Right. We got Lizzie.
Bingo.
We got Lizzie's kitchen, and just, find out, but let me tell you, when we did Danielle's social media class, my granddaughter was there, and she has a girlfriend, right? So I'm, sitting there, we're talking, and I'm asking, okay, come over here. So tell me something about you. And then I always asked, what did you see in her? And what did you see in him or her in this case? And she was saying all these wonderful things. And then she said, but she doesn't believe in God. That's the only thing. So she's a church girl, right? She has 2 little girls. So she was saying, she said, well, I said, well, come over here. So she comes over, my granddaughter. And so I said, I was sharing with them what I believe. And she said, that's what Cinnamon believes. And then Cinnamon says, Grandma, I didn't know you believe like that. Because we were talking about religion versus, relationship and all that kind of stuff. Because I said, I'm sure she believes in God. It's just in how she approaches it and da. Yeah, I didn't know. So that was really cool, a cool moment. And she, got more into me, like your nephew. He saw something, he said, oh man, she got something that connects us that I can pull from and get.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at Lakeisha because your head is going and like you're reading something or something.
I'm just looking. I don't want to say it because she might watch this, look at this, so I can't really say. So I'm looking for something that somebody told me to look for. Regarding my mom.
Okay. Well, okay, let's give ourselves a great big hug. Oh, that stretch is good. Yeah. And I'm so happy and give the world a hug. I am so looking forward to the kitchen because I know that every Tuesday there's going to be some good food there. Every Tuesday, and daily. I'm so happy. I know. Really, I know, and then get enough for a few more other days, make my plates and stuff, All right, bless you. I love you.
Thank
Love
you guys.
Love you all.